and apologize later.
You just make sure that everybody gets a ride.
And make sure everybody gets a
And I
ride.
wouldn't ask for permission.
Of course, you have to look out. There's safety issues, there's security, there's privacy issues. We always have to be concerned about those things. But if you think, if it's something you want to do, pursue it. Work for it. Take the courage. Go out there and fight for it. That's what radicals do. That's what we do when we're rebels. Educational rebels. Yeah. I've lost it. There you go. It's back. Okay, it's back. Ryan, he messing with me. He's punking me. That's it.
It's not easy being green, you know.
So, 5 things. 5 things. Here they come. 5 things you need to know.
Okay, what else?
All right. No, I haven't started yet. 5 things you need to know.
Oh, you haven't started yet. I thought the formulas were the part of it.
No, formulas are done. Number 1. This is what most people think. This is the life. This is work. This is what students think. This is what it's. This is what we all think. You got 2 choices. You either succeed or you fail, right? There's only 2 options, right? No. We know this is reality. You try something and you fail. And then you fail again. And then you fail again. And then you fail again. My students turn in papers and they fail. They're not good enough, I give them back. Do it again. They try it again. Where's Shelley? Shelley. Dr. Boardman. Shelley is renowned for this. She makes them do it over and over. And people say, well, but it's too easy. You give them too many chances. No. She's doing this. She's letting them fail, letting them learn, and then they succeed. And when they do, what do they say? Yeah!
And they say thank you.
So, Michael Crow, where's Dina? Shout out for ASU. We're going to have to find ways to innovate, and innovation means taking chances. It's just what you have to do. And I know it's risky. I don't want you to lose your job. But I would guess that a lot of us don't take chances that we could take because it's safe, it's comfortable. Remember that unrest? We're too satisfied, we're too complacent, it's too easy to stay where we are. But I heard people in those videos telling me all these great things that they thought that they were just wonderful ideas. Take a chance. Go try them out. Try new methods, but do it fast. Don't take a year to try something. If it doesn't work, dump it. If it doesn't work out, move on. Keep trying something new. Make mistakes faster. But then when you succeed, the satisfaction and the taste of success is so good when you've had that many days. Trust me, I know. I've been extremely wealthy, and I've been extremely poor. And you know what? I love both extremes. Number 2, capture your mistakes. We need to capture those mistakes. We need to capture that learning, not just the mistakes, but the successes. Well, I am blessed. I can go to Facet, and I can tell them to share all the stuff I'm doing, everything I'm trying to do. And they can share with me all the stuff that they're doing, all the stuff they're learning. It's a great resource for me to share my mistakes and to share my successes. I can go to LinkedIn, because with Global Campus Faculty, if you're not there, you need to go there. I want to share with you. I'm there. Look, hello, anybody out there? But there's nobody to share it with. We need more people on the global. Go to LinkedIn, look for the Global Campus Faculty Network. And if you're not in CMU, that's okay, because Facet will let you look at their webinars for free. And if you're not with CMU, you can go to LinkedIn and go to the Teacher Professor. The Teaching Professor has a website for teachers to share, and it's open, it's free. All you can do is sign into LinkedIn. And you can go to a blog, the Higher Ed Top Blog, and share with other teachers. So find that place, and if you don't have one, create it in your own environment, at your own school, and get people sharing ideas and tips. If you were in my section on gamification, I told you go to my link and you can download everything I did. You can have my games. You can have my PowerPoint. I don't care. Use it. It's open source. That's the greatest thing ever invented. Everything's open source. Now, whoa. Woo. What do they call it? Spoiler alert. Some people look at this and they see it's chaotic. It's kind of, I don't understand what's going on. Until they start looking closer and they go, look, origami birds, origami swan. And then they look at, I see ducks in here. There is some sense to this. And we look at things like fractals and we go, oh, there is a rhythm, there's a pattern there. There's something real, there's something there that's important. And if you want to be creative, if you want to be innovative, if you want your students to really learn how to learn and how to be problem solvers, you have to create some chaos. We've already had that. If you were in my gamification class and you were that 2% that said this is too chaotic, it's out of control, it's too fast, it's moving, I apologize. I sincerely do, because I know some of us are not ready for chaos. Because it can be kind of scary. And in a classroom, I would ask those people that I recognize don't deal well with the chaos to help me deliver the chaos. So they can be kind of managers of the chaos. But chaos drives new ideas. And you look at this class, you're going, yeah, that's cool, right? That's where you went to school, isn't it? Right, John? Yeah, that's right. That's where we went to school, right? That was it. That's how we sat, and it worked just fine. And it was just like that, black and white. But there's nothing going on. That's the kind of class you want to have. You want chaos. They're learning. You're having them do things, and you're going, well, somebody walks in and says, your class is out of control. I said, no, it's control chaos. Or maybe you tone it down and just have them flying paper airplanes, which I do in the class, but the purpose is it teaches them a lesson about instructional design. Because they have to design a paper airplane and fly it. And they fly in the class, and they just get so excited. And they go, now you understand the steps to instructional design, what it takes, why we have different learning styles, different learning preferences, different learning thinking. If you really want to be creative, you have to reside here at the edge of chaos. That's where we have to live. You think, this is scary. That's like standing on that cliff, the Grand Canyon. Standing on the glass walkway, looking down into the abyss. Well, sometimes it'll feel that way in your classroom. Just like it did with me here with you. You're doing all these things, you're playing with your little toys, talking, and it's chaos. And somebody might walk in and say, you have no control. I say, this is exactly what I want. We're on the edge of chaos. And that's where you become creative. And the event things you call the radical.
Seeing my office.
Nice to see your office. Well, I'm not talking about that kind of chaos. I'm looking different. I'm not getting the chaos of your office. Okay.
A lot of artifacts.
But this is what neuroscientists have found. Dr. Robert Bilder, he's at UCLA, he's a neuroscientist. And this is what they have found, is that creativity and new ideas happen right at the edge of chaos. Not way back here where everything's nice in order, everything's fine. Put the colors together like my closet, we got all the clothes hanging there. That's not where creativity happens. Are you afraid of chaos?
No.
Let me see a green card if you say, I get nervous around chaos. Yeah? Oh, wow.
I gotta hold up red for that.
The red card, you're not. John, the red card, you're not afraid of chaos. Good. So I need to see all red cards. That's what I need to see next year. Is that I can deal with chaos. I can live with it. It's okay. Experiment. Step to the edge. Step a little closer, and then back away, and step a little closer. Let your classrooms become a little chaotic sometimes so that your students can learn. Number 4. We can get pretty insulated in our little domains, can't we? We're teaching people how to do things that those people out there do. Those jobs out there, that's where you're going to do this stuff, out there, somewhere else. And we get disconnected. It's easy to get disconnected from the people that are using the learning we are providing, right? We can sometimes get disconnected from that. Okay, so you are connected. And that's the key, is connection. Keep it connected. Making connections, I saw your yellow card. Making connections, keeping connections. See, I ain't paying attention to what card's out there. Now his cards, I'm not sure what to make of that. Chaos, I like it. The chaotic mind is a wonderful thing. Spend more time with people and go out to these professional organizations. Go out, make appointments to go see people that do the things that you're related to. You might be surprised when you go out there and go, wow, you're not doing plant teaching anymore. When did that change? What do you mean we don't engineer that way? What do you mean we don't do medicine that way? What do you mean we don't teach that way? Wow, what are you doing out there in K through 12? I didn't know you were doing that. How many times do students say, well, the stuff you're teaching us isn't real. It's not relevant. It's theoretical, but it's not practical. So I need to go meet with these people occasionally. Or better yet,
Bring them to class.
Bring them to your class. Bring them in and let them talk. Let them answer your questions. I don't want them to come in and teach. That's not what students don't need that, right? They need that path. They need those aspirations. And how do you develop those aspirations? By bringing those experts in. We do it in K through 12, don't we, all the time? Right? And then we quit doing it in college. Because, I don't need no expert. I am the expert. if I were Stephanie, she might say something that contradict me, I'll look like a fool. Because I haven't been out there with these people in the field, and I really don't know what's going on. Number 5, create new measures.
Ooh.
I'm tired of A, B, and C. I'm tired of grades. You ever heard of digital badges? Digital badges, Mozilla's open digital badges. They are digital representations. They are connected in the digital world. And within those digital badges, there resides, when I click on that badge, it opens up and it shows me who certified this, what was the requirements, what were their accomplishments, where can I find copies of the papers they produced, the work they produced, the video they produced. It's a digital representation of what they've achieved. And I can have, instead of a C and a B and an A, I can have a novice badge, I can have a expert badge, and I can have a master badge. And so students don't work for grades. You think, well, that's just tonight. No, because the certifications and digital badges can be carried with them forever. As long as they allow somebody else to see them, they can give it to somebody in HR or applying for a job, and that person can look at that badge and they can see what they had to do to earn that requirement, that accreditation. It's not finalized yet. It's still something that's being developed, but I would suggest you do some research on it. Because it's happening in some places, primarily in K-12. Are you using badges yet?
So it's not available to use Monday, but it's coming?
No, you can use it now.
Oh,
I already
it is?
issue badges to people that come to my workshops at ASTD and the other conferences.
I'm
When you're
looking
done,
at
you do.
my, I don't have any badges.
Nope. But these are digital.
You can send them in.
I'll send you a digital, I should make a badge for this conference for attending this closing. For those of you who are participating, if I had to turn in something you had to do to verify, I could give you that certification. You attended this conference. Okay, we can also do this. E-portfolios. Somebody uses already. I've heard people talking about e-portfolios. You saw somebody mentioning it. Something that you can use to track people's progress from year to year to year, course to course to course, satisfying certain requirements. And it's something that Stephanie teaches, and all of the information, the digital badges and other copies of digitized papers and digitized videos and digitized projects. And then we go to Cheryl, and in her class, she can open that e-portfolio that Pat gave her, and she can look at what that person did in Stephanie's class. So now I know what I'm getting. And then she does the same thing, and she passes that on to John, and so on and so forth. There's this history throughout the student's career, and every instructor, as a student comes to their class, you say, give me access to your e-portfolio, and I'm going to go look at the body of your work. I don't have to read everything, but I can get those snippets, I can get those ideas of what kind of students you are. It's not really a way of grading, but it's a way of assessing progress. Use something individual, something unique. I had a class where I said, look, where's Mike? Is it Mike? Aaron? Who is with you? Mike? Mark, is he here? Mark. Mark mentioned he gave a class, whatever way you want to come up with, and I do this all the time. You decide how you want me to assess you. As long as it meets certain criteria. There has to be some kind of a criteria that you have to meet, but you come up with the method, the medium, a video, whatever you want to do. And one student said, I want to do a scrapbook. Now, she didn't do a digital scrapbook, she did a real scrapbook. And she took pictures. She went out to her school. She got testimonies. She made videos. She created documents. She used her carving knife to actually make images. Her scrapbook was that big. This is what she loved. And it was the best representation of what I want people to learn of any research paper I've ever seen. I've never seen a research paper that was more evidentiary of what a student should have learned in my class than that scrapbook. It was a model. And then use games. Who took my gamification? Right? Amen?
Amen.
That's right. Gamify your classes. Make them fun, but make it a learning game. Something practical, something that's usable, something relevant. All right, finish up. This is Pat, by the way. Stand up. This is my lovely wife, Pat, without whom I would not be here today. I mean that in the long term of things. And we're down in a county in Georgia that wrote the Brer Rabbit stories. And she said, Todd, don't forget that everybody's got a laugh at. So we're going to leave with something we can laugh about.
1 minute, please.